Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. Yeah, those icons are me. Totally me. What's interesting is when I was younger and thriving, seriously, because I really didn't even get heavy by most standards until I was most certainly in my late teens, so certainly 18, 19, and really didn't get exceptionally heavy until I was like 22 or 23. And that's because unfortunately I adopted a professional binge buddy who absolutely catered to my every want. And I wasn't prepared to be an adult. So I went ahead and went with food, which, to be fair, I had trouble with food my entire life. And I've expressed that, unlike many people, I have absolute clarity at 2.5 and 3 years old of already having disordered eating, straight up. And so the way that I kept my weight down for years was not only to start dieting competitively with my sisters, and I had 5 older sisters, in 3rd grade, so at age 9, when by no means did I need to diet, and continued to try everything from the grapefruit and egg diet when I was by all accounts allergic to eggs to starving myself to purging. Like I tried the whole realm, ran the gamut, and was never enough. I was often told too much food makes too much Julie. Hold up your chin, both of them. I love you, but I'd love to love less of you. And these were from people who cared about me. Okay, crazy. I was never known as the fat person in a group because I had personality plus and did not present myself as a fat person. I was a fun, intelligent, present individual who happened to be heavy. And when I first started to lose weight, the first 20 pounds was simply giving up Diet Coke. I'm not kidding you. I had the courage to get off of Diet Coke largely because of the migraines that I was having. And as difficult as it was, I was literally drinking 6 cups. So the 48 ounce, 8 times 6 is 48, right? Yeah. So the 48 ounce big gulps at 7-Eleven, which were refillable for like 50 cents, but it was Diet Coke with lemon, a spritz of lemon. So I was being so healthy, and I'd have 6 of those a day. Just getting off Diet Coke was the first 20 pounds that I lost, straight up. But I had way more to go because, I maxed out at about 328 pounds. If I exhaled, it was 330, like straight up. In the photos that you saw for the icon of these, that was more around about 303, even 290. Those aren't my heaviest pictures. My heaviest pictures, first of all, I destroyed almost every picture, even the beautiful ones of my youth. I only have a handful. I was so ashamed to just be me, and that wasn't me. It was from the sexual abuse and the things that were marked on me that made me just hate my image. And I'm really sorry for that. And that's a conversation I've had with my inner child many times. And we have attempted to not only forgive ourselves, but rejoice that we pushed through. But it is a battle that I fight. So I don't have very many images of me. As I got to high school, I got way more comfortable. I was a performer. I was on drill team. I was on advanced dance. I was in choir. I had a lot of things, and I was able to fake a smile if nothing else, because I had it going on. If you saw these photos extended and saw the people around me who were about half my body size, you would notice that though I was smiling, it was a very awkward one of like, oh, do we have to take a picture right now? And the other thing is, which I'm so grateful for as the weight has been coming off, is that I'm getting my eyes back, because in a way they were very much covered in fat, right? So I'm happy to be getting bright-eyed. What's interesting to me is I still have about 68 pounds to go. So a few years back, I've been in Overeaters Anonymous forever, but I joined the 200-pound club, if you will. So it was people who had at least 200 pounds to lose, because I weighed about 330, 328, and I knew I needed to weigh about 130, 128. Thinking of losing 200 pounds was overwhelming. It's an understatement of the year. But over time, I certainly did start to lose pounds. I finally got down to about 150 pounds to lose. I finally got down to 100 pounds to lose. Praise God, today I'm at about the 65-pound mark. Well, 65 pounds, my gosh, when you start with 200 seems very achievable. Essentially, what you're looking at now will probably become what was a fat picture when I'm at normal weight, like at 128 or 130. The weight has never come off quickly or easily because of all the mental hang-ups that I have. I mean, at times I've had to just be grateful to eat the right food and not add any other objectives, meaning to exercise daily, to worry about getting enough of this or that. Like all of this idea of learning about the microbiome, learning about the omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, learning about vegan, let alone high-carb, low-fat, raw vegan, all of those things, it's all new. It's still all new to me. So while it's a blessing when I can fully participate in it, if I can just get through my day, staying on the planet, because though I'm off all medication, and I was on 8 just 4 years ago, I'm off all prescription medication. I don't take over-the-counter medication. I use a heating pad or an ice pack if I'm in pain. I still suffer from chronic depression. So I don't label myself bipolar anymore per se. I don't think I have a thyroid condition anymore. Like all those things, I've let those things go. But it is something that I still struggle with. And that's just my thing in life, right? It's just one of the challenges that I have to know exist. So some days just staying on the planet, smiling, loving others, being prayerful is grace enough. Most times, especially now, I dare to care for myself, right? I do exercise, I do eat right, I do get in my water, I do all the things. But right now, I just wanted to share because, ironically, when I tore up so many beautiful pictures of me that I would love to have now, not understanding that I was beautiful and enough at the time, I happen to have some of these pictures of my obesity, and that's okay. Basically, what I wanted to say in this video was how grateful I am that I weighed 330 pounds. When I'm cruising home and I'm seeing people walking with a cane, people using an electric wheelchair, people wobbling in what I know to be a terrifically uncomfortable body, oh my gosh, let alone the physical pain of it. I can only have compassion and be able to say, I wasn't 50 pounds or 80 pounds overweight. I wasn't 150 pounds overweight. I was 200 pounds overweight. I so get it. No, it's not my 600-pound life. And I'm so grateful, but I know my potential to get to 600 pounds. Like, that's a breath away from me when I choose to make bad choices, when I choose to say, screw it, I'm just going to go for it. So it's always knowing your why, And what is my why at this moment? My why at this moment is seeing a really huge picture of the world that's so hurting and so out of control and feeling so desperate and helpless that I want to witness to what is possible. And I need to live that to do it. So is that enough of a why? For right now, it seems to be. My first why, by far, starting about 10 years ago, was realizing that I was going to die on dialysis with 4th-stage kidney disease. And that freaked me out. I was just like, yeah, no, please don't ask me where you want my shunt in my chest or in my forearm. Please don't ask me what portable kidney dialysis machine I want and what color I want it to be. What? That was the beginning of saying, girl, it's bad enough that you were willing to be buried in a piano. How are you going to turn it around and not die on dialysis? And forgive me if you have a person who has died on dialysis or you are a person on dialysis. Peace be with you. But I just wanted to say I am grateful that healing is real. I, at this time, am off of everything. And people, I had to self-administer shots for my migraines. I threw up in my lunch kit on a regular basis on the way home because of my stress and migraines. I was taking medication for my thyroid, absolutely. I was taking asthma medication with my emergency inhaler 6 to 8 times a day. I was on medication, lithium for bipolar, okay? I was on medication for everything. I mean, I can't even say. I cannot believe how many things, only to come to understand that my response to life was the toxicity that I was putting in my body every single day. I had no idea. I just didn't know. I thought it was a bunch of outside factors, and there's no doubt we're affected by the air and so many things around us. But the most immediate thing we're affected by are the chemicals we put in our body, right? And I'm doing it perfectly imperfect, meaning I can't always afford organic, and I'm not even sure if organic is all that people proclaim. But and we have depleted soil, and there's just like so many factors. But I know that I am way closer to a clean, pure, healthy self that, while not protected, I can certainly get hit by a car walking off, a curb. I could certainly get the COVID, and it would be a tremendous challenge because even though I don't have to do an emergency inhaler every day, I do have a tendency towards asthma still in my body, and I will have a challenge on my hands. But my best approach to fighting whatever comes at me in life is wellness, right? Starting with my food. From the food, which at some point is going to become the easiest thing I ever do, and some days I'm getting there. From there, of course, you go to the second ring, which is the whole spirituality. The physical is first, and then the mental, and all of the other elements of self, which will come in time. But for right now, I am just trying to get my fat suit off, which I think you guys can see from those pictures. And I know you can't see me, but if you could, you would see that my shoulders and everything else are much lower. Luckily, I don't mind that I still have breasts. We'll see how that plays. But just like my whole smaller self, I'm actually starting to get a collarbone naturally. I don't have to fake it. It's like there. All those things, again, my eyes finally being revealed again, like when I was a child. They used to say, oh, let me guess, you get whatever you want from your daddy because of your big blue eyes, right? My doctor used to be able to look directly into my eyes with the light without doing the puff test or anything. I'm back there, okay? So there's a lot of things that I rejoice that I'm getting back to my purer self, and I've certainly shared some comparison videos of my youth. And I believe that at some point people will do a double take to just go, wait a minute, you're how old? And right, like the whole thing. And I look forward to that because healing is real, rejuvenation is real, and we all have that grace if we dare to say yes. Is it work? Absolutely. But I am all in, and I am not there yet, right? So stick around for the next 65 pounds, my friends. But I just wanted to tell you that when I say I weighed 330, I wasn't kidding. When I say I weighed 303, as those pictures demonstrate, I wasn't kidding. And a minute ago, a breath ago, I was at 279, which I had come back up to. I have lost and gained 100 pounds in my adult life, at least 5, if not 6 times. So I just wanted to let you guys know I'm Jules, I'm blessed, and I am vegan, and I'm happy to share my walk. So like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you, because I believe in all of it. And until we talk again, my friends, best of all, let's both believe that we are blessed.